Now, Uhuru Kenyatta meeting with William Ruto or joining government, to me, it has kept me surprised. Up to date, why am I saying so? I'm trying to look at how Uhuru Kenyatta will benefit from that, and I don't see it. But unless there are three things that we should expect. One, Uhuru Kenyatta wanting maybe to protection of the properties, his businesses. That's the first one. The second one is probably political interest from the family. Third, or maybe it is the project of finishing William Ruto completely. That's going to form the basis of this analysis here today. Before I expand on those topics, kindly, this is the first time you're watching our videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can just give this channel. Let me start with the first one, protection of business. It is true. When Uhuru Kenyatta got into power, there are some policies that they passed, like milk moving to Uganda. Those things, if they're done well, probably the Kenyatta family is going to benefit more. That's very clear. There are other businesses that they're running with Raila Amolo Odinga and the rest, which they want them protected. Probably that's what the family is up to. Secondly, I want to talk about now the fact that there's interest from the family. What do I mean by that? Probably Uhuru Kenyatta could be coming to government, or maybe to politics, or the Kenyatta family will produce another politician, and this politician will need William Ruto and or a good environment for them to thrive. Who could be this? Either Uhuru Kenyatta's son or Uhuru the brother is likely to come back in government. Thirdly, if he comes back, that's a long-term plan for them to at least remain relevant in the Kenyan politics, because after Uhuru Kenyatta, someone else should come up from the same family. So probably these guys are working together to ensure at least they brought somebody from that family. At first, I felt like Matiang'i is from a deep state. You know, Matiang'i is a cousin to, I think he calls Nyachai uncle. And if this gentleman is used by the deep state, probably can assume presidency. And probably is Uhuru Kenyatta and of course Raila Amolo Odinga and Ruto, they could be creating an environment for him to thrive and become a president in this country. But it could be either Matiang'i or even have Uhuru Kenyatta or Uhuru Kenyatta's son. That is political interest. Another part we can't really assume, it is the issue to do with Gideon Moi. Gideon Moi has been very quiet. Nobody has been speaking about him. Nobody has been mentioning anything with him. He has not come openly to say anything about his political ambitions. But probably they create an environment to bring him also in government so that at least he can remain relevant. Because fighting William Ruto has been hard, but also they have slowly seen that William Ruto has been weakened. So probably there's a chance for them in 2027. That is very clear. That's very clear. Now, another interest I want to feel is this. Now, apart from the business and the stuff, Uhuru Kenyatta, as we speak today, we all know that there's no family member, yes, in business. In politics. But I'm feeling that he wants to make his friends relevant. The people who worked with him before, people who supported him one way or the other. So he wants to ensure that through them, they have gotten some livelihood through maybe cabinet posts and such. Now, but I don't feel that is going to benefit him that much, because the ground matters a lot when it comes to the political decisions that you make as an individual. As an individual. Now, let's look at another thing that I feel here strongly. Uhuru Kenyatta had projects that he had already put in place to be implemented. Dams, roads, in the mountain and the rest of the country. If those projects are finished, Uhuru Kenyatta might win the ground through them. Or William Ruto will win the ground through them. So that's very clear. That can also be a mission to ensure that projects have been finished while he's in government to get more traction. I also want to feel strongly that this meeting could be irrelevant, but politics is not that easy in Kenya that things can just be done. In that he comes, William Ruto visits Uhuru Kenyatta, they meet, they share, and eventually what happens? It is that nothing out of it. No campaigns, no nothing. It's just they keep quiet. Uhuru Kenyatta goes on with his duties, and probably that's going to be very dangerous. Because as we speak today, William Ruto has created a perception which can make Uhuru Kenyatta be hated. Or it's also possible that William Ruto can be having hopes that Uhuru Kenyatta will not be able to deliver. Now, lastly, I want to talk about the interest of Uhuru Kenyatta probably when it comes to the issue to do with the well-being of the country. I want to assume that Uhuru Kenyatta will be having a certain thought in mind that he wants a better country. And after the speaking of Justice Isaac Lenaola, I feel strongly that it touched people across the board. And constitution of IBC is one of the things that we needed. So this is very clear that as we speak, it could have touched so many leaders or maybe indicated a serious crisis going forward that called for Uhuru Kenyatta to come and have these people on board. And therefore, it is very clear that Uhuru Kenyatta could be having good intentions to ensure that the country has headed in the right direction. There's a perception that's been created by William Ruto that the country is going to the wrong direction. People are not united. It's only that people are united against him. He feels threatened, so he has gone for these people. And unfortunately, all these other people have fallen in this trap. They're now working towards him to ensure that he's okay. And they have all supported him. So therefore, Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, they're trying to create an environment where William Ruto should look to be strong, because Raila Amolo Odinga came, but he's still not strong. Now Uhuru Kenyatta coming in probably might appear to be much stronger. Now, lastly, I think it's the AU issue. Uhuru Kenyatta is one of the most connected presidents in the country, in the continent. He has friends across. Probably they want to engage him more to ensure that Raila Amolo Odinga has gone to the AU. Because you understand, after Raila Amolo Odinga betrayed Uhuru Kenyatta, I assume it was betrayal, not that it just happened. Communication has not been good, and he has not been entirely involved in any campaign. But I feel strongly that if Uhuru Kenyatta comes on board with his people, friends, make a few calls, travel with Raila Amolo Odinga, probably we are going to see a change in the African continent where presidents are going probably change their mind and support Raila Amolo Odinga on his bid for the AU chairmanship seat. These are some of the reasons I feel shallowly that are going to work, not shallowly as such, that are some of the reasons behind this kind of a meeting. But generally, I feel strong that Uhuru Kenyatta has lost, William Ruto has won, and Raila Odinga feels threatened. Because what is Raila Odinga bring on board? Swinging votes and Luo Nyanza, which cannot bring 2 million votes. That means William Ruto is getting, if he gets the mountain votes, 4 million, Raila Odinga no influence in 2027. A terrible situation for him. Therefore, Raila Odinga and his team must sit down and plan to come back in 2027 to challenge William Ruto once again, because they know how they do it. But the fact remains, the 3 top leaders have now lost favor from Kenyans, because when we look at social media, what's happening, it is not easy for Raila Odinga, for Uhuru Kenyatta, for William Ruto, and probably by predicting Kalonzo Musyoka is as well heading to government, because they are all one thing. They started together. Probably they're also working together now to ensure at least they have taken this government to where they want. I don't know what is your take, but I strongly feel that Kenyans are disappointed by Uhuru Kenyatta's moves, and that Rigathi Gachagua has gotten the opportunity. And of course, Kalonzo Musyoka now he decides to make a decision, a strong one, either to join government or support the people's agenda of ensuring William Ruto is out of power. But being a friend to Uhuru Kenyatta, it's going to be another tough moment. See you next time for more videos. That's my video there and there. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mukwa.